Hello, welcome to Daily Wellbeing with Gemma. In some of our previous sessions, we've talked a little bit about setting goals and getting motivated. And what I'd like to do with you today is go through kind of a visualization exercise, which can be quite helpful when there's a goal that you're finding a little bit more challenging to get started with. And so it might just help you get a bit more motivated and give yourself that push to get going. So this tends to work better for something that in your mind is a little bit of a big goal, something that maybe you're struggling a little bit with. So I'd like you to think about what that task or goal or item is. And it's normally better if it's specific. So for instance, if your goal is to decorate a whole room, that's actually lots of little goals all at once. So pick out the small part. And similarly, if your goal is to revise for an exam, that's quite, that might break down into different parts. So if you can, pick the particular part of it, whether it's the module or with the decorating example, it might be, just doing the painting or the sanding. Find the specific element because that will make it easier. Okay, so hopefully you've got something in mind now. Because this is a visualization, you might find it helpful to close your eyes. And just start off by taking a few slightly deeper, more mindful breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just to give you some focus, so breathe in and out. So first of all, I'd like you to define what your goal is. So whatever your item is, we're going to use those positive language words that we've talked about before. Maybe you want to get this goal done. Maybe you'd like to. Or perhaps you go for more determined words such as I'm going to, I will, I can get this done. Just use those words inside your head while you're thinking about this goal. So this is a visualization, which means we're going to try and really imagine what it would be like to be doing this goal. When we can imagine things, it's easier to make them happen. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to think about, and I want you to try and imagine the answers to those questions. So you're going to do this goal. You want to do this goal. Whereabouts are you going to be? Where's the best place to achieve this goal? Where will you have concentration? Perhaps it has to be in a particular place. But is there anything you can do to that environment to help you get more set up and ready to do it? And just imagine what that looks like. Next, I want you to think about when are you going to do this goal? So it might be general in the sense of when do you do your best work? When are you most likely to feel like doing it? Is it the sort of thing you do in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, at the weekend, midweek? So see what sort of time of day is going to work for you. You might also like to think when in terms of booking it in. When we make a commitment to ourselves, I am going to do this on Tuesday afternoon, or I will do this on Saturday morning. We're more likely to do it because we've earmarked that time for it. So see if you can be specific. Picture yourself on that particular day, at a particular time, and remember we're still visualizing that environment. Okay. So now that you know where you are and when it's taking place, I want you to just notice how you're feeling at the moment. We're not judging it, we're just being curious. We've not started this task yet, and you might notice some challenging feelings come up because we did try and identify a goal that you're struggling with. So that's fine, just be aware of these feelings knowing about them and being self-aware will be helpful later. But now I want you to imagine that it's a little bit like we're fast forwarding a video. So you've just sat down or stood, or you're where you're going to do this task, and I want you to see yourself doing it, but fast forward. Don't worry about the details. Just imagine it's in progress, and then skip to the end. Fast forward until the task or goal is complete. And when it's complete, I want you to hit pause on that visualization and just notice what's different. Are you in the same place? What time of day is it now? Has the environment changed? And just be aware of these subtle differences. And now I'd like you to notice how your feelings have changed now that the task is completed. It might be that you're feeling relieved or calm, or perhaps you're proud, satisfied, happy. Again, don't try and force anything, just notice what feelings do you think are there for you now that this is completed. And whatever those feelings are, see if you can emphasize them a bit. A little bit like how we fast forwarded the video, can you turn the volume up on those feelings? Because it might be that picturing those or knowing that those feelings are going to happen will help you to get motivated next time or as you sit down to do this task. And now I'd just like you to take a few more deep breaths, really focusing on that feeling. So in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And as you're doing that breathing, come back to the room, and if you had your eyes closed, feel free to open them. So I hope that's useful. The idea behind it really is that sometimes actually visualizing something, how, when, where, and noticing those feelings can help give you that little motivational boost. And you can apply those principles to all sorts of everyday tasks. If you pictured a particular time and place that you were going to do your goal, try and write that down as well. If you've been doing the time management activities and kind of trying to routine and schedule your week, writing down the commitment of when you're going to do things can be very motivating for some people. So try that out alongside the visualization to see if that helps. Hope you have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.